Well, hello there. Today we are going to be playing Il Sturmovik, or Sturmovik, who even knows how that's pronounced. The interesting thing is that this game goes way, way back. I used to play it like growing up and when I was a little cowie. Um, Problem is, back then the version I had was like in Russian, and I didn't really know the language then, and I don't really know it now. It was the kind of bootleg version you buy from like a guy near a market. I think Dad got it for me. And yeah, I struggled for the longest time ever to get my plane off the ground. Um, if I had to do that manually, I'd probably struggle still. But the new versions of the game actually make it quite easy. If you don't want everything to be super realistic, you can just manage like the engine automatically and do just like the shooting and flying yourself, like the bits that you want. And there's also decent mouse control, so I don't have to bust out the kind of crappy Trustmaster joystick I have, which doesn't really have the twist. Also, there's a quick start mode where you can just jump in. There's a career where you just go through the events of, whatever is going on day by day and get various objectives. And there's like campaigns with some curated missions, more or less. Now, a lot of this is like DLC, and there's also some tank missions, and there's also like some American vehicles in addition to like British and German ones, and of course the Soviet ones. But I think for today, well, I don't really know what exactly I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna jump into the career and play as I guess the Soviets, right? There's the Stalingrad, there's Moscow, there's Kuban. No freaking idea what this is. This is the latest DLC that I got. There was the Odessa one, and there was also like the kind of more American plane oriented stuff. But yeah, the stuff in this game actually gets like really really expensive. So I just got some of the stuff that might be of interest to me. Also, curiously enough, there's like World War One stuff where you get like basically ancient planes, like, biplanes and everything. But for now, let's just jump into Stalingrad. Also, we have the funny German faction with an interesting logo. I'm not installing mods to bring back the, even worse one. Let's just go with the Soviets. I actually have, I think, all of the Soviet planes. This one's American. I don't have that one. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna fly, and also this time around, no music in the background. Couldn't be bothered to set something up. There's the LAs, the MiGs, the Yaks. Don't really want the American or the British or whatever. We could just go with an IL-2. Also, there's various different starting phases. Like for example, when they're starting to attack the city, and there's like counteroffensives and operations and all of the other stuff, right? So this is kind of historic and stuff. I will also disable all of the planes and enable the IL-2, right? Go to the city assault, and surely they give me something, right? Okay, yeah, we have three options. Ground attack. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit back. This is a bit forwards, and yeah, let's go with this. This makes sense. And what we get to do is create a character for ourselves. So basically, we're following the career of a single person. I need something that I won't forget, because there's like leaderboards and like a fake newspaper. So, Kawowicz Miowski. Yes, very, very, very reasonable name. And also, there's different backgrounds, I guess. So we could be like a sort of Far East civilian pilot, and there's like a bunch of story for us and everything. And we can also choose whether we want to be in command of the unit or whether we just want to be, one of the kind of members that get given orders. And also like an Iron Man mode. So if I, blow up horribly, then I wouldn't be able to restart. For now, though, let's just jump in with all of this. Oh yeah, and there's little, like, cinematics occasionally. I'm reminded of that one Call of Duty mission in like the very, very first game. Wow. But yeah, basically we get some like artsy stuff. And we just kind of familiarize ourselves with how things work around here. So there's like a unit HQ. We can learn more about the unit, the other like personnel, and also the armaments we have. Oh yeah, no, wait, no. These are kills, no? Statistics, yeah. Yeah, these are kills. I have nothing because I'm new here. In mission time. Yeah, so all of this is simulated and there's basically like a leaderboard. But yeah, here's our equipment. We only get the IL-2s, which I think is a bit weird. Like, surely it would be more fun if we were given like a variety of planes to fly. But we're just kind of starting out here. We can see what's going on with the map. And there's also world news. So defeat looms for Soviets. And Germans captured the city center. Oh damn, we're not even mentioned in the leaderboard, damn. Well, that's freaking bad. And yeah, we can see some like world lore and everything. But in general, we just kind of advance the time and then we get a mission the next day. It does take a little while it simulates a bunch of stuff. Also, this UI feels a little bit laggy, which is unfortunate, but I guess it kind of works. Oh yeah, and there's changes in like the pilot roster. Oh hey, aviation badge. Okay, proceed. And we get an artillery spotting mission. So I'm guessing we just kind of go in and do recon? We'll see. Okay. Here we have the realism options. And in here, I'm just gonna make the AI take care of the engine controls for me. Because otherwise I would horribly blow up the plane and everything. And also we're leaving most of like the assists in place. Oddly enough, I still absolutely suck at the aiming. Right now I am playing with mouse and keyboard, but we'll see how it goes. Also for like the first mission, I'm going in with limited ammo. But in general, you burn through it really freaking quickly. So it's just more fun to give yourself unlimited ammo. Because, if you keep spraying, the guns still overheat occasionally. And I guess good jam or whatever, right? And there we go. We're loading into a mission. Didn't even take us 10 minutes for everything. Now the quick missions are even faster. Oh yeah, air support. So there's an escort and... Okay, I guess we're just kind of going there and supporting the troops and stuff. Destroy the enemy's tank attack. So waypoint 3. So there's tanks here. And, you know, here's our like L2, there's a bunch of information, and we get to set it up. Now, unfortunately, the game doesn't let us fly like, you know, heavy 4-engine bombers. And even when it comes to like the heavier 2-engine planes, they're really, really freaking rare. And even so, like DLC or whatever the frick, which honestly, I think really sucks. And it's kind of unfortunate. But, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. I'm not sure about the rockets. I think I'll just take the bombs and stuff. And, you know, the mixed ammo. I don't know what the red means, whether that's like incendiary and the blue is armor piercing or what. But yeah, let's just go in with this. The bomb should be good. And also a rear turret. Hell yeah. But unfortunately, even though the vehicles are very, you know, finely detailed and stuff, they're not very, how do you put it? Well, like customizable, aside from what's here, right? You do get some like custom paint schemes. Oh, that's that's quite an interesting paint job. Green Orca. Based. Zub. But yeah, you do get a little bit of that stuff. And I guess you can write stuff on the plane, but it's just numbers. There's photos, there's input, but yeah, this is about what you get. So it's not going to be a game that's as exhaustive as like War Thunder in the sense that it just has a frickload of planes. This tries to simulate them more if you turn on the level of detail. Oh, frick, that's loud. I guess the volume really depends on the plane you're like flying at the time. Maybe even a bit less. I don't know. This should be fine. But yeah, the thing is that this game tries to simulate stuff in more detail and really appeal to a lot of like the you know, simulation enjoyers. Although the problem there is, I think, if you want something that's a little bit more arcadey in some aspects, you're just gonna turn a lot of the stuff off, like having to manage the mixture and the radiators in a bunch of detail and so on, right? Which doesn't make it a bad game. It's really cool that it's approachable like this. It's just a bit different from, you know, what you might expect. I kind of thought that, okay, I'm gonna boot up the latest IL-2 and it's gonna give me the ability to fly pretty much any Soviet plane around World War II. And I'm gonna get like a bunch of bombers and stuff. And then I just didn't. Which was kind of a bummer. And also this flying, sure, I have like the mouse assist on, but it does end up feeling a little bit basic, right? Because I do have the roll keys set up. And they do freaking nothing in this mode. I have rudder set up. And it does freaking nothing. The mouse completely cancels out everything else. And you know, I can't even see like the temperatures in the menu here. And it is just so odd that a game that tries to be such a serious simulation won't really give you access to all of that data, or even allow you to use like mouse controls, but occasionally do like keyboard inputs. It's weird. That said, you do kind of get a nice like mission map, and if you want, you can also turn on like the autopilot, for example, to stay in formation. And there is also some like time acceleration, right? Unfortunately, in comparison to the old games where you could just, you know, press a button and advance along the path, you do not get that here. And that is kind of a bummer when you have a mission where you have to fly for like, I don't know, 100 kilometers or something. And people are also a little bit critical of the game in the sense that sometimes not much really happens in, you know, the whole transit bit, right? So what you experience is that, you know, you just kind of fly there, do a thing or two, and go back to base. And that gets repetitive and boring rather quickly. I don't know. And they won't even give me audio while I'm in, like, you know, the sped up mode. So this is a little bit awkward. Oh, frick, there's so many enemies. Jeez. Are we not supposed to bomb these people? Or are we going onwards? Are those tanks? Oh no, those are like... I don't actually know what the things on the back are. Okay, guess we have to break formation, no? No, I guess we're just going past those people. And there's like a battle unfolding ahead of us. Can't really see anything from like the actual cockpit. That's kind of a bummer. But yeah, see, they're like exchanging fire and stuff, I think. Those are probably tanks. What the frick are these people doing? What kind of flying is that? Jeez. Let's go into manual and go down and have a look. Okay, we got like friendlies. Oh yeah, and if I want to be kind of, you know, a little bit cheaty and stuff, I can just drop bombs from like a third person perspective. There's one. Meow. Now let's just gain some altitude and line up for another pass. Not exactly sure what I destroyed because those things look absolutely tiny. But we still do have one bomb and a frickload of cannons. Now, one of the things, I was actually kind of afraid that I'd kind of, you know, jump into the game and that it would be too hard, right? Too freaking intimidating, too much stuff going on, too many controls to know. Luckily, it actually seems fairly approachable. It's just unfortunate that I can't really fly any big bombers. And also that there are no mods that add like wholly new planes. Not even like, you know, placeholder cockpits like you'd see with frickin' War Thunder. Over here it's just focused on, I guess, the ground attack planes and some fighters. And some kind of light bombers, but it's not really the same. I want to fly a frickin' PE-8, you know? Oh frick, I think the ground effect or whatever is throwing off my aim too. Well, that's kind of a cool detail. But as you can see, sorry, that's the microphone. As you can see, the ammunition is also going down pretty fast and we did like no damage. Kind of because I fired off from too big of a distance and didn't really, you know, hit them, but at the same time you get like 3 bursts and that's kind of it. Yeah, see, that's like a tank. Or... Oh no, that's like an armored car back there. Maybe tank destroyer. Self-propelled gun? Whatever the classification is. Grr. And here's the thing, the rudder is doing freaking nothing right now. I can't even line up. It's so weird sometimes. Like, look, I'm trying to turn and the plane just kind of sluggishly does that. And the whole aiming seems to just snap. It's a little bit jank feeling, I have to say. I know that like War Thunder is way more arcadey, but I almost enjoy that more. Which is a bummer, because I spent a bunch of money on DLCs for this one. Maybe we need to level out and perhaps gain some speed. Also, I'm not sure about flaps. Like, surely I'd want as much lift as I can get, because I'm gonna go a little bit slow on, like, the approach, right? See, we're hitting them. But we're not actually taking them out, even with, like, our big freaking cannons. Like, we got 23 mil, and that did kind of nothing. Now, the good news is that we're not locked into that one area, so if we really want, we can just kind of go off and do our own thing, right? Because we know that in front here, we had the, you know, other emplacements and stuff, like all of the people here. Now, the problem will be if they have a lot of AA presence. See, they're shooting in the air, I think. But if they have supply trucks or whatever, we can probably take out some of those. So the kind of good news is that we do get a nice amount of freedom to like travel and do stuff within the actual mission area. Okay, there we go. See, brickload of fire and their supply trucks. Sadly didn't do much either, which is kind of the other problem I have with the game. It is that the rounds don't really do a frickload of damage, at least the stuff we have right now, right? So the people who played the Flying Circus version, which is like the kind of World War I themed one, said that the small caliber guns back then did even less damage. And your luck is only going to be good if you manage to take out, like, the pilot or the, you know, engine. And that the hull will just absorb whatever you throw at it. Oh, frick. Did we just get hit? Uh-oh. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. And yeah, we're just heading back to base now. And doing a big old frickin' circle around them. And trying to go back to our friendlies. Kind of sticking low so they don't, you know, get as good of a shot at us. They really should allow us to, you know, have some audio during the sped up bits. Because now, basically, we just have to fly a frickload of distance all the way back to our base and land. Now, technically, I'm supposed to reduce throttle, but I'm kind of hoping that the automatic and engine management will kind of take care of everything for me here. Probably going to be fine. Okay, they already reached that point, and now it's all about just going back and landing. Now, I think that maybe once I'm in friendly territory, I can just skip that stuff. But I'm really not sure, because sometimes I've had missions where I kind of just quit it while it's in progress. And the game just shows me that, oh no, your character got captured, and that made like 0 sense. Gosh, I will probably stream a little bit more of this. I will probably just need some music, because the game is literally leaving you in absolute silence. It's weird. Like they had a decade, they had 2 decades to work on making things better and nicer. Although I do have to say that it runs well. It is fairly pretty. And you also do see like, a bunch of smoke off into the horizon and everything, where there's actual engagements taking place. So the interesting bit is that, you have a big map where things are going on. Even if the missions themselves could have a bit more in the way of like, I don't know, surprises. Enemies just deciding to flank you and some dynamic objectives like, oh hey, there's a dugout where our guys are getting attacked by the enemy and go save them. And there's this village that we gotta freaking bomb because it's like a staging area for the enemies and so on. But, I've also destroyed bridges and there are a few missions at least. And now we just kind of have to go and land. You can let the AI do this point and, go and let the AI do everything while you grab some Starbucks or something. But personally, I'm just gonna do this manually. So what we do is I don't think we really ask anyone for permission to land. I'm just gonna do it. Hell yeah. Break off and land individually. Hell yeah, boss. Landing isn't actually like insanely hard. Just watch, this is gonna be nice. So there's the flaps. And we also need brakes. Oh, I hit the propeller. Oh, fuck. They're gonna demote me. God damn it. This is also pretty horrible for landing, but hell yeah, there we go. Any landing that you can walk away from is a good one. And it's even better if you can reuse the plane. I'm not sure if the brakes are like properly working. Because I'm trying to use the left ones, but oh well. It's good enough. Done. Nice. And so we finished the mission and we get some awards if we did well. I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. We took out 2 armored vehicles, but no tanks. I think we might have needed rockets for that. Either that or just to drop bombs on them. I don't think we got anything new in the newspaper, right? Hey, Bal Merit. Okay. Still nothing here. So next day. It is still kind of cool to see that, things are progressing, even if the loading takes forever. So what do we have here? There's our character, there's the HQ. Nothing that new, I don't think. I mean, we did get some kills and that's something, right? There's also the whole planning thing. Yeah, there's some like customization, but that's basically the same stuff you see before going into the mission. There's also HQ, but that's kind of just like the map. We can't really do much about that. And there we go, another mission. This is just kind of how the campaign goes. It's mission after mission after mission. I do think that it's possible to switch planes, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. I kept crashing planes and I think they just gave me a different one. Also, we're going for the unlimited ammo, just because, right? And yeah, so what are we even doing today though? I don't think it tells us. Well, at least not ahead of time. We still get to set up the plane afterwards. Oh, frick, attacking trains. Is that a thing we can do at some point? Okay, so there's a river crossing. There's an escort, and there might be enemy fighters. And ground attack. Let's see, rear turret and the same ammo, except this time around we're grabbing, well, like all of those bombs, but we're basically just gonna get an infinite amount, so frick it. I also want to increase the convergence of like the ammo to maybe like 500. I can't hit anything anyway, so frick it. Also, oddly enough, we start in the air instead of having to take off. I'm not sure whether that's like a setting I have enabled or something else. I do miss the option to just kind of press a button and like fast forward until like the next waypoint and just get interrupted if something's going on in the middle there. The problem I kind of have is that 8 times time acceleration just is not enough. That's kind of weird. I really wished for a bit more, you know? Because the computer is capable of simulating that. There were people on the forums talking about like, oh no, the game physics break if you increase it past 8 times and it has to simulate like the engine management for everything. And I don't care. Just fake it. But yeah, they're, oh, frick, they have like a whole airfield. I don't really see anyone there. Is it abandoned? I mean, wait, there's parked planes. Why aren't we engaging those? Oh, whoa? I mean, that is marked as enemies. Or maybe it's ours. Oh yeah, no, that could be ours. Definitely can't just bomb that. But yeah, we're going after their 4th Panzer Army. At least the AI holds formation nicely. And I do have to say that the actual environments, like the stuff you see while flying at least, before getting too up close, do seem more detailed than you'd see in like War Thunder. Like the amount of trees even, it's really freaking nice. Other than that, the graphics, I don't think they're like super amazing, but they're good. I'm more like concerned with the actual gameplay that we get. Or rather, don't get. Like, where's my freaking bomber mod? Grr. They're apparently gonna work on like a Korea War version where you get like jets, like a lot of jets and stuff. But still, I kind of wished there were more to this game. Because the stuff that has a lot of depth, I don't really care that much about. I kind of enjoy, you know, like simcade aspects and such. So we're supposed to bonk their river crossing, like over here, right? Oh, there's a whole freaking bridge. Okay. Oh wait, right. I had a keybind for max zoom. Let me just check. This. There we go. I'm just zooming in. Okay, I think I see them up ahead. It is kind of cool that there's like VR support, I think, and also like face tracking support. So, you know, you can look around without having to use the mouse or whatever. Which in a game like this feels immensely useful. Now what we are gonna do is we're gonna climb and then just do like some dive bombing and stuff. We're just gonna be careful not to hit our friendlies accidentally. Oh frick, right, the throttle. Oh no, they already mostly crossed. There's just a bunch of vehicles. And if I didn't have like the infinite ammo, it kind of sucks in the sense that like, what am I supposed to do? I can bomb like 2 vehicles. Like since I don't get like proper sized bombers, it is all a little bit limited. And normally this would be it, right? We hit the bridge, and we hit like 1 or 2 vehicles, and that's it. But this time around, we have infinite bombs and infinite guns. So if nothing else, at least we can mess around with that stuff a little bit. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit closer to the battle stations games. Like, you know, they were ship and submarine oriented. They were kind of arcadey, but also really, really freaking nice. Like, there was Battle Station Pacific and Midway. I think they pulled one of them from, like, Steam, which kind of really sucked. But still, I really enjoyed them when I got to play them. Because they struck a nice balance between, you know, being fully arcadey and still approaching the subject matter, right? There we go. Oh, frick, we're taking damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the frick is even shooting at us? Jeez. Our wings are freaking toast. Sadly, we also don't get like a damage report. Which in of itself is so odd. Like if this is supposed to be... Oh frick, I don't have control authority. Please do something. Yeah, if this is supposed to be like a realistic game, why not show that off? Why not tell, you know, the player exactly how well or how badly their plane is working? Because currently I can feel it not being okay. I don't know exactly why it is that way. Right? I can just look at it and kind of guess. And that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think we're done here. Otherwise, I will get shot down for real, for real. See, they're even, you know, leaving some shots and stuff. But hey, the friendlies are also bombing them. Nice. And oh wait, no, primary objective in progress? Completed secondary objectives, primary target. What the frick does that mean? Are we still supposed to fight them here more? I'm a little bit confused. I can do like gestures and stuff. Also, yeah, the game's telling me watch the coolant temperatures. Which ones? God damn it. Okay, it's automatically pulling stuff back so it doesn't melt the damn plane. Which is nice. I appreciate at least that much. Also, imagine playing this without like the little guidance for dropping bombs and stuff. You would just drop 2 of them, miss, and have to go back to base, and that's it. People who play like, you know, very hardcore simulation mode kind of puzzle me. I mean, good for them, but still. Oh, and yeah, we really struggle with turning because of the damage. Have to be careful. Yep, see, we go into a dive. And pulling out of that is also a bit difficult. At least the AI are kind of kicking butt, like damn. They would eat the War Thunder AI for breakfast, for real, for real. And that should be it. That should be... Wait, what do you mean shooting on a friendly? The frick? I did not. What the hell? Grrr. How dare you? I'll bite you. I think we took out all of them, no? Is there anyone even left? Up, frick, we're stalling, we're stalling, we're stalling. The plane is fucked. You know what? Frick this. We're going back to base. I still don't get why the game said that we attacked friendlies. I don't think there were any friendlies there. Oh, there are enemies though. Oh, frick. Proceeding to base. Okay, they're just kind of minding their business. Nobody's coming after me, I don't think. We might just be fine. Maybe. No idea what the other planes are doing. I think they're also heading back. Just at their own, like, pace and whatnot. Oh yeah, because they're doing their own stuff, but they're kind of far away. I very much lost track of them. So I'm just kind of on my own, heading back to base. Oh, there we go. Mission critical objective done. I can return to base. Frankly, Frankly, frick this. I'm just gonna go to some like random as frick friendly airfield, right? Surely there's some around here, no? Oh wait, there we go. And there's also that other one. Huh, there's not as many as I thought. We could go here, right? Yeah, you know what? Frick it. Let's just land at a random as frick airfield. Should still go fine. There's actually two of them. That is a friendly one. This is all like friendly area. It's just like bombed out or whatever. I wonder if the game will classify that as like a forced landing or what. You see? Perfectly good airfield. Ignore all the smoke and fire. Now, actually, landing like this might be a little bit difficult because, like the air, frick, aileron? Aileron, yeah, that thing is frick. We're gonna have to be very gentle in how we come down. Could have been worse though. Ditch the remaining bombs before landing. Unfortunately for you, I have no idea what keybind that would be. Lamau. Oh, we're gonna stall out, aren't we? Oh. Oh? Oh wait, no, this is... only mildly terrifying. That's a fair landing if I do say so myself. I think everyone's alive, right? The tutorial tips are telling me to keep the plane on the runway. I think it's a little bit late for that. But we're done here. Yeah. Finish mission. Warning. Oh no. But we're in like a friendly airfield. It should count as just fine, you know? There we go. Successful landing. 10 out of 10. Avavava. We also have a whole freaking story for our guy named Cowwitch Meowski. I can't read that seriously. Actually, let's see how well we did in comparison to the other people, right? We should be bumped up the rating a little bit. Yeah, see, 12 vehicles. I don't know exactly how all this stuff is counted, but still. Cool. And the planes are totally ready for action, including the one that I kind of flattened. Oh no. So let's see. Custom realism. Oh yeah, world news. Anything new? No, sadly no. So what's the next mission? Oh yeah, I guess it would be cool to check out some of the old missions, but like I ain't paying them that much if the game is so bare bones. Attack troops. Maybe this is a mission for which I add fancy as frick rockets and stuff. Because again, I get like unlimited amounts of these. Why not? And all of this is like 23 mil cannon. RO. What is RBS? Okay, RBS is armor piercing. I might want the high explosive, ROFS. There we go. Maybe also this ammo. I'm guessing like incendiary or something. Yeah. Maybe convergence back to 400. Now, because we do have unlimited ammo, I think the keybind for shooting rockets is R. Oh, hell yeah! Well, that's freaking cool. Base, 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 base. I could probably even take out a plane with these. Where the frick are we going? It's actually kind of cool that this time around we are pretty close to like the front lines. Meaning that traveling to, you know, wherever we want to attack doesn't take forever. Because I did play the PE-2 bomber. Like it is, I guess, technically like a light bomber. It feels more like strike craft, to be honest. But yeah, I played that one and some of the travel times were like insanely long. It was a cool plane though. And really, really like detailed interiors and everything, right? So you can look around and basically most of the stuff you'd expect to work in the plane is actually gonna work. I think that's where a lot of the attention to detail went, right? And if you have like, you know, the whole HOTAS setup, where you have like the fancy throttle and the fancy flight stick, and maybe even like a VR headset, I think this could be like a really, really freaking cool experience when you put all of that together. Oh yeah, look, weather effects. There's even like a dedicated key for like, you know, wipers. I don't think we have those. Yeah, we're going through some clouds and you get like weather and everything. Kind of immersive and cool. And I think on some servers people even like disable the map. So they just have to navigate by like landmarks or whatever the frick. Yeah, my eyes do zoom. There's also 4K textures if you like really want that stuff. And this time around we're literally just attacking troops. Now, there is also like a camera mode where we can kind of look around some more and see what the actual troops are doing. And actually you can, well, there are missions where you can like drive a tank or like AA vehicles and stuff. But at the same time, all of that just feels so very like bare bones. I don't know. Let's go and patrol for some ground targets. Except let's fast forward a little bit. So we see like friendly positions. There's a lot of fire going into the river. There's a whole freaking city though. That's kind of really cool. Kind of fucked up that they're shelling that though. And we have a frickload of enemies up ahead. Oh, apparently there's bombers too. Yeah, let's hit them with the rockets. And since we have, like, you know, infinite rockets and stuff, let's just yeet all of them. And we're still not getting that many hits. Oh, wait, frick, that's an enemy. Hell yeah, let's go and fight some planes. Except I might kind of stall out before we get to them. Oh no. Yeah, that feels like a bomber. That's a Junkers. We gotta go say hi. Gosh, freaking Il-2 though. It's slow. No. We're right below them. Fuck. They have so much more speed than we do. Grrr. I wanna bonk them. Fuck. Can I climb? What's the climb rate on this thing? I think sadly the climb rate is about as bad as, you know, you'd get in War Thunder. Dang it. And I'm already doing like the boosted mode. God damn it. They're getting away. Oh, frick. Maybe I can hit them with the rockets. Hell yeah. Just spam the frick out of it. Yeah, no, these ain't doing shit. This is not like an MI8. God damn it. And I stalled out. Oh, that's a freaking spin. Not today. Historically accurate Il-2, by the way. According to Soviet stories, for real, for real. I'm surprised that the friendlies aren't doing like more damage. Then again, I don't think they get like cheapy amounts of ammo and stuff. I feel like the whole reload timer thing from War Thunder might work in regards to balancing this stuff out. Because right now I can just spam infinitely. There is no middle ground between having like so little ammo you're useless and having literally all the ammo in the world. Which is a bit odd. You know, you'd think they'd put a little bit more care into that. I don't know. Are those parked tanks, though? Yeah, I don't think I can hit those with HE. There's some lighter vehicles on the side, though. Maybe those. Also, oddly enough, it seems like they're returning almost no fire. Like, they clearly have AA emplacements, they're just not, like, doing anything. And I should also try the simplified physics, just to see how big of a difference those are. I don't think it's gonna change the performance much. It might change how easy this is to play a little bit. So now let's just more or less fast forward the landing somewhere friendly. Okay, there we actually do have an airfield that's really nearby. I don't have to go all the way to the main one. Now, I also do wonder what just like landing near a friendly city would be like. Because this technically is all our land and stuff. Surely I can just set down wherever and be fine. No? I should also try playing like a regular fighter, just to see how different that is. Ah, va, va, va. Still, it was a little bit trippy when they said, oh no, we can't do big planes because the engine wasn't made for that. Like, if you have a game engine that you're working on, and the goal is to have, like, you know, a plane simulation game, why not simulate some planes then? I don't know. It feels a little bit silly. They were supposed to be the game for air combat. Aside from DCS, but nobody can freaking afford DCS. So, you know. Where's the landing strip? Is that it? No, that can't be it. That's just a bit of road. What? Oh, wait, no, there we go. Up ahead. We're a little bit short, but that's okay. And... okay. Still not perfect, but that was better than the previous landings. Now, except for the fact that this is just some random, like, sort of abandoned airfield, and we were not supposed to come here. But frick it, I'm lazy. I'm landing here. I don't want to fly all the way back to the other base. Oh yeah, there's a car and some other planes. I can surely just borrow some of this. Ignore the fact that the car looks kind of German. We are all comrades here, for real, for real. And there we go, landing successful. Perfect. It's gonna tell me I'm captured in like a minute though. Oh no. Oh no! Successful landing, and we took out 19 vehicles. That's gotta count for something. Give me a promotion. Give me some new vehicles or something. Come on. Oh yeah, Order of the Red Star. Still no progress in regards to the actual newspaper and stuff. So let's just proceed. Let's See, next day. Also, where's the soundtrack? I need like freaking orchestral music blasting in my ears like in the old IL 2. I have the 1946, but I think the actual controls in that one are really messy, so yeah. Proceed? I don't know exactly what I'm proceeding from, because I can't really do much in the menu. Grr. And attack some vehicle columns. Okay. Now, this time around, I think we're also going for the no, not the controls, the simplified physics. Yeah, just to see how that works, whether that's a good or a bad thing. Still going for the unlimited ammo, everything else more or less like as it was previously. Other than that, yeah, let's just start the mission. There we go. We're going after an airfield. Fine. Specification. I think this time around we're bringing the bombs. So mixed ammo, bombs, and I don't even think we need the rear gunner. Yeah, let's just skip the rear gunner this time around. It's not like we're gonna do a bunch of like dogfighting and stuff. Yoink. Fall information. And just fast forward in the beginning. I see this time around we're flying a bit of a bigger distance. Dang it. Okay, so that's the Volga River. I don't actually see how the front line changes from day to day. Like it doesn't, you know, give me a visual indication that well, I don't think. But yeah, I guess things are shifting a little bit as time goes on. And look, this is me at like the maximum time acceleration, and this is how like slowly we are moving. And the problem kind of is that a lot of the time we won't even, you know, get intercepted by enemies or whatever. This almost feels like the kind of game that's the equivalent of like Euro Truck Simulator, where you just kind of like put it on and zone out for a bit. The problem with that being that in ETS your brain is engaged all of the time. Maybe if you switch over the engine management to manual, then it's gonna be kind of like that. But right now is just like kind of a waiting simulator. Like nothing's really happening here. Like sure, there's simulation in the background and somewhere on the map there's probably enemies. But not right now. The game has like potential though. But after this long in development and with them just selling a single plane for a bunch of money as DLC, I don't think they're interested in improving the core gameplay that much. Maybe instead of like the campaign, we should have checked out some of the missions directly. That might be a bit more involved. This feels more like something that you'd maybe play in co-op, but right now it's just very bare bones. Now, of course, you can't really do a campaign in co-op. You do have multiplayer servers, and I guess that's where a lot of the fun is. But at that point, that's a bit like the war game series. Like, for example, Red Dragon, potential to be like an insanely good like single player experience. Unfortunately, most of the focus is just straight up on the multiplayer. And, you know, wasted potential. Okay, we're going after the airfield, I think. Yep. There's also this one. I think that's an enemy one too. No? Maybe we should bomb that along the way. I can't really see anything though. Oh yeah, wait, that definitely is something we should do. Okay. Switching over to manual mode and just frickin' diving. Let's decrease what the engine's doing. And kind of turn towards where the enemies are. Okay, pushing through the clouds. Oh wait, frick, I think they're already in the air. Oh, that can't be good for us. Hey, at least something is happening. Nice, 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 nice. We should still bonk, you know, the planes on the ground and stuff. I can't really seem to get an ID on them. Are they enemies? Oh yeah, they are. They are. They definitely are. Okay, frick it. We're doing some air combat, I guess. We're also running with the simplified flight physics, so maybe it won't be that difficult. Curiously, we can also slow down the time a little bit, just for the mouse and keyboard aim, because otherwise, holy shit. No, even now it kind of sucks. God damn it. This is not a nimble aircraft. And I'm stalling out, of course I am. Okay, forget. Let's do a little round where we just attack the actual like base and stuff. There we go. And the tower. Do the hangars have anything? Well, not the hangars, but like. Oh wait, it's actually gonna block the bomb. Well, it tried blocking the bomb. Still, hell yeah. This game has an interesting sense of scale though. Like you can barely see stuff from a distance. And it's a bomber! Well, sort of. Might also be the 129, which I think is like a sort of ground attack plane. Also in the simplified mode, this plane is way closer to like War Thunder, and I'm afraid to admit that I kind of like how this plays. Damn. Oh, that was so good. Damn. I think they're bringing in like BF-109s. Oh shit. Those are proper fighters. They might fuck us up. You know what would make this really cool? The ability to like resupply. Because like right now, if we drop 2 bombs, mission over. What the fuck? You'd want to be able to do something like a nuclear option where you go back to the base and they just give you some new bombs to drop and stuff. And more ammo. I don't think that's like actually a thing. At this rate, I'm gonna be like an ace pilot. But nobody's gonna care that all of these planes were actually just on the ground when I bonked them. Still counts. I wonder why the AI isn't coming for me though. Like the 109 is just kind of vibing there. Oh, there we go. Hi. Oh wait, he was going for a landing, wasn't he? Well, sucks to suck, bud. Now, a cool thing about the game, though, is that when a plane crashes, it doesn't go down in like a stupid fireball like it does in War Thunder. Here, you actually see it kind of breaking apart as it does land. And that is insanely cooler. Love that. Oh yeah, shit, I think my friendlies just abandoned me. I'm like stuck alone here. Because I'm not in control of the squad, and oddly enough, the AI doesn't really care about me, so I kind of just got left here alone. And that person's like an ace or something. Oh fuck. They did take some damage though. Might be enough to take them down or not. I don't know. But you actually saw my cannons giving out there for a second. I think that's really freaking cool. Because, you know, even if I have the unlimited ammo on, I still get like overheats and stuff. And that's like very nice to have in a game like this. There we go. That should bring him down. And the one thing this game does better than others is just like the damage model. I think Nuclear Option is the closest game you could compare this to. Because your plane can still get damaged a whole bunch, and it will still be able to fly. Well, sometimes at least. And you will actually see the damage on the plane in detail. Although I do have to say that Nuclear Option actually shows you, you know, what's going on a little bit better. Primary objective in progress? Attack airfield. Yeah, we attacked the wrong one. Oh no. Wonder if the friendlies are still there. Oh wait, fuck, they're already landing. They dropped their bombs and they fucking left. Wait, are those friendly planes? Yeah, no wait, a bunch of friendlies are here. I think some might have left. I'm really not sure what's going on. Let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, no, I actually like the simplified physics. It's not simulatory, but the plane feels more responsive. Perhaps a little bit too arcadey, but I don't know. Feels okay. I think we should take out their, like, AA first. So odd that the bombs would drop to the, right that far. I just wish the mouse controls didn't ruin, like, keyboard. Like, right now I literally cannot use the keyboard for anything. Like, you know, input-wise. This is weird. It becomes insanely hard to actually align yourself with whatever you want to bomb. For no good reason. Oh, there is a 109. Uh-oh. Hope they don't sit on our tail and shoot us. Okay, that should take care of that. Yep. Oh, they already took out most of the planes. That's cool. Hell yeah. Good job. Oh wait, there's some more planes left. Hello. I feel like all of the work we're doing right now must put us somewhere high up in the, you know, like leaderboard. Like we're gonna have some Soviet general come up to us and be like, yeah, your contributions in the field, they are pretty poggers. Okay, that's it. I think I'm done here mostly. I don't know if we're taking out the 109 though. Seems very fast and very ahead of us. Oh, I know I can probably do something. If only he dived a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Oh no, he's real fast. Yeah, I don't think I can hit him from like a kilometer away. Gosh. I mean, technically it should be possible, but like, I don't know. You have to lead the shots really well, and even then the convergence would kind of get you. Also, look at how weird the aiming is. Wait, did one of my guns get jammed? I don't think the left gun is... Yeah, the left one isn't shooting at all. It might straight up be jammed. I can't fight him in this. But this plane is a little bit too sluggish. And I don't know how he's still going. I've emptied out so freaking much ammo into him. It's kind of insane. Oh, there he go. I think he stalled out. Yep. Bye-bye, Wolfgang. And we just go back to base. Oddly enough, the whole squad also just decided to leave now. God damn it. I think I'm once more going to go for like a friendly controlled airfield. It's right on the freaking front line, but like, should be fine. Don't worry about it. Because I ain't flying all the way over there and then all the way back to our main base. I don't really need that. Whatever's the closest airfield will be just fine. Reduce throttle. Don't use combat engine mode on route. Problem is, using the non-combat engine mode is slow as fuck, because you won't let me boost the time more. Ah, va, va, va. And here we go. Going pretty fast, so I'll need to like bleed some speed off. Let's do the old wiggle. Yep, that's gonna help. And the flaps. Now the flaps have been released, but they're not really deploying more. I think it might be related to the speed we're going at. And we're going in way too fast. Oh well. It happens to me every single time. But I do need to kind of slow down, so yeah. Oh, that's not smart. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Another successful mission. Forced landing. Oh no. But that should still be good because that was friendly territory. Surely. In our first week, we have destroyed, I think, 3 planes in various capacities. Oh no. But hey, we get like rubles for killing fighters. That's so freaking cool. 31 vehicles. What about our ranking? We should be really high up, no? God damn it! Look at this. We've done more than anyone else and we're still somehow at the freaking bottom. The successful sorties. I've done more in 4 than you have in all of your career. Mostly due to cheating and infinite ammo, but still. Avava. I might just spend all of this stream just going through the campaign missions. I want to complete at least a full week to see if you know, I get like some cool news stories or something. But so far it's very samey. let's keep the simplified physics on for now. Oh wait, yeah. Frick, I forgot about this. Rapid career speed. Oh yeah, and I can customize the mission start. Parity? And numerous. Okay, yeah, we're gonna we're gonna make the game so much sillier now. Hell yeah. So parity, numerous, in the air, and rapid. Okay, frick it. This should speed things up a little bit. I knew that there were those options somewhere, but I kind of forgot where exactly. I thought the options would mean like game options and stuff, but frig, this is actually good. So we're going for another mission to attack troops. Think I just gotta bring bombs again, right? Maybe a rear turret as well. The speed laws though, 40 kilometers an hour. Grrr. Oh well. Now, depending on what numerous means when it comes to the amount of enemies we'll encounter, this might actually turn out to be a little bit more fun. We'll see. Because scattered doesn't really do that much. And this time around, I think we're meeting up with some friends that are currently still on the airfield. Kind of just, you know, lifting off. Yep. Just taking their sweet time. Oh, and we're going deeper into their territory. Like a specific area, even though they have like, you know, front line a little bit up ahead. Okay, and so the friendlies are lifting off? From the airfield? Oh no, the poor gunner! It must be so freaking uncomfortable to sit there. That really freaking sucks. Oh no. And even now we see people just like exchanging fire. I guess we could take a little detour and just bomb a freaking random as heck airfield, no? Or maybe stick with the squad for now. And, you know, just see if there's like enemy fighters or something that show up. Although this plane isn't, you know, great for that. It does have nice cannons though. And eventually I think we can put the 37 mil on it, but not for now. I do wonder why default still like the realistic campaign settings. Still needs more time acceleration. I'm sure that if someone had like cheat engine, they could just mess around with it and go past what is supposed to be done there. Because, you know, if you're in single player, surely you can do that kind of stuff, right? I don't think that a game like this would necessarily have that much protection in the memory or whatever either. So maybe I just need to download Cheat Engine and mess around a little bit. Just add the feature myself if it's missing. Oh, so far, not really seeing that many more enemies. Like, we were supposed to be at, like, parity. And, yeah. I don't see that parity. Also, the map looks kind of different. Like, we're in a completely different area, I think, no? Okay, Volga, I kind of do know this. And I think we've just made advances here. But this was the same way before. So we got moved a whole bunch to the north. Interesting. There's the airfield. That's like a friendly one. And sadly, like a bombed out city. There should be a bunch of enemies here, I think. I think the fighter escorts or whoever are like reshuffling a little bit as well. Oh wait, no, they're doing like the whole zigzag because we're slow as frick. Basically, instead of just slowing down themselves, well, depending on the plane they're trailing, they might stall. But yeah, they just do like weird zigzags and stuff. Frick, we're getting intercepted. Finally, something is happening. Oh wait, no, those look like freaking bombers or something. No? MC202. I don't freaking know what that is. That looks... could be a bomber, no? They look big. I don't know. Get fire yeeted in your general direction, nerds. Oh wait, frick, they were dive bombing, I think. Are we not supposed to engage them? These people are just freaking running away. What the frick? Come on. Come back. Fight them. Gosh, I can't catch up to them. Fuck, this is a slow plane. God damn it. I'm surprised I haven't been shot down yet. What are they even focusing on? Oh, there we go. Frank, I guess we just go on then. Yeah, there's the friendlies. So, even our fighter escorts aren't engaging them. That's... Man, I'm really struggling to maintain speed. Gosh. Also, I think the wind should help us, speed up a bit. But it doesn't really seem to be having that much of an effect on us. So just up ahead. Like over there. That's where the enemies are supposed to be. Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh, okay, yeah, frick, they're doing damage. Uh-oh. Okay, the bombs will take them out, but still, we took some shots. There's so many of them. Gosh. I need like an 810 mod for the game. For real, for real. Okay, that was kind of insane. Hell yeah. I think there's so much AA fire that the game is also just starting to lag a little bit. Uh-oh. Yep, that's a frickload of damage. Uh-oh. I can't do this alone. The freaking friendly just straight up abandoned me. This is not good. I think this plane is kind of fucked. We might need to stop fighting and just go back. Gosh. So, I think the numerous setting, instead of just adding more units on the map, the only thing it really did was add a frickload of units in the AO. Which doesn't really make it that much better. I don't know. Like, even if I, you know, engaged a single enemy plane every now and then, the experience would still be better than, you know, a single zone with like 50 of them. Yeah, I think we're gonna get shot down here. Should probably leave, but screw it. Plane is not doing so hot. And they're still shooting us. Yeah, we're kind of going down. Uh-oh. Fuck. Our plane looks like frickin' cheese. Oh no. I think we're gonna be out of the range of their AA, but I don't think we can limp back to the base with a plane quite like this. Can we get the friendly territory? Oh wait, no. There's an airfield right ahead. Frick it. Let's fast forward and just kind of hope that the plane holds together. Problem is we're gonna have to fly right over them. And I think that with like the infinite ammo, the bombs are still kind of weighing us down. So yeah, oof. This is so insanely slow, by the way. Oof. We're barely holding in the air. Like, I don't know, 40 kilometers slower and we would 100% just be stalling out. Oh, and there's something up ahead. Is that the friendly fighter support that we were supposed to have or something else? I really have no idea. Look, over there. There's planes there. Okay, we're headed in the right direction, just like insanely slow. Wonder what's the button to like disarm the bombs. Key mapping? Weapons? Jettison. Windows key? Really? That's odd. Oh yeah, there's rearming. Okay. So we just need to go to like a service area and I guess over here we can like rearm the plane. No? At least that's how I'm reading this. Right control and A. Who comes up with these? You should just automatically get rearmed, right? Oh, okay, yeah, enemy planes. If I'm lucky, those are still like the ground attackers that they had previously, and I'm good. I'm more worried about like AA that might very much just shoot me down here. I ain't circling around this. If they shoot me down, they shoot me down. It is what it is. Only problem, if I drop a bomb now, I will probably get hit by it myself because, you know, the timer and stuff. Can I increase the altitude a little bit? I'm just flying by there like insanely slowly. Uh-oh. Okay, hopefully these don't take me out. That is really close though. Oh hey, objective completed. Nice. I wasn't anywhere near the objective, but hell yeah. Oh, there's fire in my direction. This isn't good. Get wrecked, nerds. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, this is very not good. Oh, and the tail gunner died. Damn it. I don't think I'm making it back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I did want more action, so at least that came true. Gosh, you freaking nerd. If I could pitch up without stalling out, I would so destroy you. Grrr. No idea why they're circling around me like that. They could just take me out. I am the closest thing to like a flying duck. Oh wait, the airfield's right there. I can just land. Well, either that or horribly stall out. So many of them just freaking trailing me. Just do something already, gosh. Oh yeah, they're trying to shoot me. Okay, they just suck. Okay, we're going down. There. Perfectly fine landing. Done. And technically this is a friendly area, so it should be safe for me to leave now. They are the most useless Air Force ever. Gosh. 15 armaments and 14 vehicles. That's a lot, though. So, does anything change? Do I get like a new weekly newspaper or something? Oh damn, someone got taken out. That sucks. Meow. 45 vehicles, god damn it. Oh wait, yeah, it just skipped us ahead a bunch of days. Now that's kind of cool. That's the, I think the career speed changes we did. Mm-hmm. Three additional planes? Nice. And the leaderboard did not change. Newspaper, though. German onslaught continues. Uh-oh. And I'm still not a freaking ace. What gives? God damn it. They just refuse to recognize me. Grr. Anyways. This kind of sucks. I feel like if you play at the fastest acceleration, maybe? But as it is, these campaigns are boring as shit. Well, careers, I guess. Let's say Iron Wind. Let's play Iron Wind. Let's see what this is like, right? So these are oriented as missions where we have to do very specific stuff. Maybe there's some like random generation in the middle there, but still. Yeah, all this is fine, whatever. So let's do, like, I guess one of these missions and see how these differ from, like, the generic campaigns. So there's a bunch of vehicles and stuff. And we get a LA5. Some of the parameters are locked for the mission. Okay. So we don't get bombs, we don't get, like, any of the additional mods or, like, a custom engine. But we just get like that singular preset for the weapons. Okay. Everything else I'm just leaving. Let's go. Oh yeah, I gotta take off as well. Which is hellishly hard to do in first person just because it's difficult to set, you know, like see where you're going. Frick it, let's just see how we do. Oh yeah, right. You gotta use the brakes to prevent the plane from pulling to the right too much. Which, you know, the goof. Up the other direction? I think the brakes aren't actually doing anything for me. Might be like a bad key, but oh fuck. Uh-oh. Why is it stalling out so much? No. Freaking stop pulling back. What's your problem? What a weird plane. Gosh. We barely freaking got in the air. At least I still have the infinite ammo. And like both of the cannons are like on the front, so don't have to worry a lot about convergence. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of planes and stuff. Okay, we got like friendly columns, we got like enemy planes. A bunch of stuff is going on. support air defense aviation, destroy the enemy bombers. But we gotta help tanks. And we're like outnumbered and stuff. So we just have to go and help the friendlies where we can. Even though this is not like, you know, a bomber plane. I can still do some ground attack, I think. There's planes up ahead, too. I'm pretty sure this is not what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, there's enemy planes too. Do we go and help? I think we do. Provided we don't stall out while climbing. God damn. This game needs a freaking checkbox in the difficulty saying, "Hey, give me more engine power." Like, we're trying as much as we can, but we ain't climbing much. They're gonna do some like energy fighting bullshit at us. Since we're going at each other frontally, I will have to slow down just a little bit here. Yeah, we didn't even get like the little, you know, aim assist until the very, very end. Gosh, it's so weird when I can't use the keyboard for input. Frick it, let's just boost the time. So yeah, this plane feels underpowered as well. That should be good. How are they still flying? Gosh. I think this kind of gets across pretty well that the weapons aren't like awfully effective, right? Like, we've hit them a bunch of times, but they're still flying. Okay, that should finish them off. There we go. What? Did I just take some fire? The heck? Okay, HS-129, we're gonna fight that one. That's like a sort of ground attack plane. It's taking damage, but again, the cannons aren't like too OP. We should be at least, you know, a nice bit faster than they are, so yeah. I think we can take them out from the cockpit. Get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked. Gosh, how are they still in the air? Damn it! No. They really don't want to go down. That's like the frickin' German L2 equivalent. There we go, finally. Down they go. Yep. Is there more fighting up in the air, or... Oh, those aren't too high. You know, I feel like if I was playing this without the infinite ammo, I could do a bunch of sorties. You know, like straight up land and rearm and go back up again and so on, right? Damn, they're retreating. You know what? Forget. Maybe I should go back and actually land and stuff. It wouldn't be a bit odd if, you know, this was the super fancy scripted mission and all I did was the same stuff as like in the regular campaign. Just fly to a place, bonk some dudes, and you're done. Like, it does seem a little bit more lively, right? It's a more focused area with more stuff going on. But, like, at the end of the day, it's still very similar, I think. Because the friendlies are already just, like, landing. Onwards to the next waypoint we go. And then I think we're landing, too. Still really nice environments and stuff. Like, if they wanted to, they could probably make, like, you know, just a flight sim in this engine. Although, if they say it cannot handle 4-engine bombers. I don't think it would handle much else than, you know, just the smallest of planes. And here we go. Waypoint passed. Come for landing. Yep, there we go. Manual landing time. Oh gosh, there's a lot of explosions and stuff. Releasing the flaps and the landing should be fairly straightforward. Just don't stall out, don't hit the buildings, and come for our landing. That's fine. We got this. There we go. Not too bad. I'm still not sure if the actual brakes properly work. Like, I'm holding the keys, it said the brakes are, but it doesn't really brake that much. Ah, frick it. Good enough. Average work under landing. So... okay, it doesn't do resupplies automatically. Oh well. Not that there's anything to resupply. And that's the whole mission. I mean, I guess we just get to go after bigger planes, which is kind of cool, but like... I don't know. It feels like this game should be so much more, and it just kind of isn't. Like, I really like games that give you a lot of content, like, you know, all the cool historical planes and fights and everything else, and let you goof around a bunch and, you know, try to take on a bunch of bombers alone or you know, with your buddies and just frontally attack them and see what happens. But over here, it just feels kind of bland. Like, they made the game more approachable, which is good. They made the game run pretty well and look pretty good, which is also really nice. Unfortunately, the actual gameplay, at least in single player, just isn't that exciting. And that's unfortunate, because this game could be way better, and right now, it just isn't. Either way, I think that's going to be it for today, and I will see you in another stream or video. Until then, take care, and bye-bye.